Date on everything.
Absolutely. Paul and Maureen are here now with much more local news.
Yeah, Jamie and Brigida, we continue to track that huge amount of rain that's moving into the area and, of course, the threat of flooding.
And here's what else, all new tonight.
As we talk about the potential for flooding in Charlotte, neighbors along this street have dealt with it several times in the past, but they have reason to feel better about it this time around. We'll explain.
A woman buys a tea at this McDonald's and says she got a little bit more than what she paid for, a mouthful of sanitizer. I talked to the owner of this McDonald's about what allegedly happened.
Soon, CMS teachers will receive one of these, and tonight, some fear the wrong ones will be let go.
Why paying more at the pump is going to have you talking trash in more ways than one.
This WBTV high-definition program is sponsored by Time Warner Cable. WBTV News at 5 starts right now.
Heavy storms moving into the Charlotte area, and they could bring flooding with them. We are tracking it all live there on Power Doppler. And from our HD Tower Cam, heavy rain pounding uptown Charlotte. A wet night is ahead for the Queen City. Barely can see the skyline there. Yeah. It's good to have you inside and with us on this Thursday. I'm Maureen O'Boyle.
I'm Paul Cameron. Thanks for being here tonight. Our mobile weather cameras out on the streets tonight, and as you can see, the wipers are oscillating as fast as they can. The rain is coming down. If you don't have to be out in this, you might want to stay put. We have the First Alert weather team coverage tonight. Sharon Smith has the latest on how people are preparing for possible flooding.
But we're going to begin with meteorologist Kelly Franson. She is tracking these storms on Power Doppler radar. Kelly?
It is ugly out there. That's really the best way to put it. Let me show you the radar again. I'm going to show you a 6-hour loop. You can see what these showers and areas of heavy rain have been doing. Yeah, pushing right on into the metro area just in time for the drive home. And I say pushing through, but really they're not completely leaving the area. We're really filling back in again behind, and that's going to continue to be the case. Flood watch, we've been talking about that. That's not for what's going on right now, at least not just for what's going on right now. This extends into Thursday afternoon, so this is going to be an ongoing problem. We also have some problems with just seeing through the rain. It was hard to see the city skyline there in that shot. Reports of 2-mile visibility from the airport in Charlotte, 4 from Shelby, 6 in Hickory, 2 for Lenore. So it is ugly out there. It is chilly out there. The temperature has dropped into the 40s in Charlotte. I think we're going to actually come up a little bit as we take you through the overnight hours. That could help fuel some thunderstorms a little later on. So far, we've been lucky. No lightning has been reported. More on that, though, coming up in just a few minutes.
Yeah, it is Wednesday night, and it could be trouble for church night for a lot of people. Flooding like this can quickly become a problem all across Charlotte. This is video of Little Sugar Creek during a downpour a few years ago. People who live along the creek, they're worried tonight's rain could force water over its banks once again. Has been a headache for many years. Sharon Smith is live tonight. So what are people doing, Sharon, to protect their property there?
Yeah, well, Maureen, in this area, people have been through this before, so they know to keep watching things and monitoring them. And if they need to move their property quickly, they need to have a plan in place, and they know that. I can tell you, though, that city crews were out the past 2 days trying to clear debris from all of the storm drains and the culverts just to keep all of this water moving. As for the neighbors here along Mellow Drive, they are no strangers to standing water. Sugar Creek backs right up to the end of their street, but that's not the only flooding issue here. Stormwater used to flow from North Tryon when those drains got clogged and water had nowhere to go.
There was a problem up this way and came across this guy's driveway and come down my backyard and just like I say, pushed all the debris up against the fence and caused the water to back up and go underneath my house.
That time, Roy Segee lost his furnace to flooding. There have been others.
Again, rained a little bit later, and the creek was way up, and it came up, you know, past the last house.
Segee says last year, city crews got to work installing a big 60-inch pipe and redoing the sewer line. So are you feeling better now when you see a big rain coming?
Oh, yeah, because the other day when we had that heavy rain, you know, I didn't have any trouble at all.
But he learned his lessons. Prepare and save what you can ahead of time. Yeah, go ahead and start thinking about higher ground if you should need it, and be thinking about where you could quickly move some valuables if you needed to. Stormwater people were telling me today the danger is typically when we have an inch of water or inch of rain falling within an hour, and it looks like we'll get several inches in the next 24 hours. But there is plenty of opportunity for trouble here. In Mecklenburg County, we have some 3,000 miles of streams, and then in Charlotte, we have 3,000 miles of storm drain pipes. So there's plenty of opportunity for that to clog. For now, we're live in Northeast Charlotte tonight. Sharon Smith, WBTV on your side.
And Sharon, you said it. It's always smart to be prepared, and you can keep an eye on these storms and the rain they're bringing. Log on to WBTV.com and click on weather. There you'll find out this interactive live power Doppler and look at it in your neighborhood.
Well, this heavy rain is bringing traffic to a standstill on many of our roads around Charlotte. We've already had dozens of accidents. Liz Horton is here with the areas to avoid.
You're exactly right, Paul. Your first alert traffic brought to you by Paramount Kia of Hickory. Pretty much at any given time, we've had more than 20 accidents on the roadway, so you should expect a few slowdowns as you head out your door. Take a look here. This is Independence Boulevard. I want to concentrate on this outbound side here. You'll notice it's moving pretty slow, and those roads are very wet. Let's take you to the reason why. We've got 2 crashes on Independence. One of those at Eastway Drive. You can use Central Avenue there. The other Conference Drive at Independence. You could use Idlewild Road to access Independence. But the bigger problem is that Monroe Road right now is shut down to outbound traffic because of 3 separate accidents there near McCalloway. So you'll want to use Randolph Road there as your alternate. As you can see, if you're traveling in East Charlotte, you may be a few minutes late. Now back to the desk.
Les, thank you. An accused killer headed to court and ready to strike a deal. But at the last minute, the whole thing fell through. Michael Harvey charged in the death of this woman, Valerie Hamilton. She's the daughter of Concord's ex-police chief. Harvey was in court in Gaston County today, ready to plead guilty to property crime charges that's unrelated to the murder case. At the last minute, the judge removed himself over a conflict of interest. Afterwards, Harvey's attorney told us a new court date will be set in front of a different judge. People who live in Sedgefield upset tonight. City crews began cutting down trees some 80 years old to put in sidewalks along Park Road. Many neighbors fought the project. The latest on the fight, that's coming away on prime time at 7 o'clock tonight.
Gas prices up another 2 cents overnight. In North Carolina, the average is now $3.52 a gallon. Could be worse, though. You could live in Hawaii, where gas is already almost $4. Could be better, too. Drivers in Wyoming, they're paying $3.22 a gallon. And the increase isn't just hitting you at the pump. A lot of services you pay for will soon cost more if they don't already. Our business reporter, Melissa Hankins, is live and on your side in our newsroom tonight. So, Melissa, you found a local trash company raising its rates?
They are, Maureen. I just received this email from the president of the company, and he says he just ordered 2 new trucks that run on compressed natural gas. They cost about $50,000 more than your average diesel garbage truck, but that's how concerned companies are getting about the rising cost of oil. And yes, some of those concerns, those costs are going to fall on you. The rising cost of gas is starting to make people feel like they can't spend money on anything else.
At $60 to $70 a tank, that's eating me alive.
But paying more at the pump is just the beginning. Let's talk trash. God Bless the USA is a disposal service operating in Union and Lancaster counties, and higher diesel prices have forced it to increase the price of its services by $2. The hike will affect over 4,000 families. Other necessities will follow suit. We've been talking about inflation at the grocery store for months, and it's about to get worse. Analysts say the cost of trucking food will be passed along to consumers. Even things like you'd never expect, like toys, are about to get more expensive. After all, many of them come from China, and it takes an awful lot of gas to get them here. And then there's flying. Southwest Airlines just announced it is increasing ticket fares due to fast rising fuel prices. Analysts think more companies will follow its lead. At Charlotte Douglas today, people were wondering if they'd have to stop traveling.
Even in your car, it's awful, but no one's going to do anything. No one's going to put a cap on energy because we allow corporations to do whatever they want.
And that seems to be the prevailing sentiment out there. A lot of anger towards corporations and businesses, but those guys are paying more for their oil, too, and they're struggling as well. Live in the newsroom, Melissa Hankins, WBTV, on your side.
And, Melissa, we don't expect prices to drop anytime soon. Oil closed today at more than $104 a barrel. Over in the First Alert Weather Center, we're keeping our eyes on the storm system moving through the Carolinas. Already brought heavy flooding rains to the deep south. We'll follow this throughout this evening. And later, diet soda is supposed to be better for you, right? But tonight, important health news that may be hard to swallow. And next at 5, tragedy in Pennsylvania. 7 children killed in a house fire here. Why their parents were not able to save them.